Hello, this is part 2 of Logan Garments. Is a scam in my opinion. The reason I never actually intended to do a part 2, I was just going to leave it alone. But Logan Garments didn't want to leave it alone. And they continued to push my buttons. So, I'm very, very knowledgeable about scams, which is why I can talk about Logan Garments, in my opinion. So well, because I'm also very strong with the Google Foo. Oh yes, I am a Google Foo master. So, just to cover everything that's happened so far, in regards to post me uploading the video, the previous video. So I got a message from an Instagram from Adam Black 7. Hi, I'm a sponsorship talent scout. I understand you had a misundering with one of our team and you wanted to talk to someone. Question mark. Sent on the 16th of October 2018 at 6:30 p.m. I responded, I didn't have a misundering with anyone, as that's not a real word. Neither did I want to talk to anyone. I specifically asked to be left alone. Adam Black 7 did follow my Instagram account, as did Peter Smith 168. Both of them have the exact same thing on their profiles. Hi, I'm a sponsorship talent scout for at Logan Garments. If I followed you, inbox them ASAP. They will be expecting you. This is what it says on both of their profiles. They also, as you will be able to see, these rotating photos are screenshots from these latest developments. You'll also be able to see that the only things on their Instagram posts are pictures of orange and grey. And they were all uploaded pretty much the same day. Like, all their pictures were uploaded the same day. I've also got a few screenshots of people who have hashtagged as Team Talent. They've got quite a few different scout accounts. They're all exactly the same. They all have either no pictures or pictures that have been found on other people's Instagram accounts. And they all say, hello, I'm a talent scout for at Logan Garments. If I dropped you a comment, then please DM them. They're expecting to hear from you. Or some variants of that nature. So, yes. Not very clever fake profiles, but that's exactly what there are. They've found a Logan Garments ice hockey. Lucky to sponsor people who play ice hockey. LoganGarments.com, interestingly. And that was February 2014. So I wonder what happened to LoganGarments.com instead of .co.uk. By the way, we know, because they told me that they are not based in the UK. Logan Garments ice hockey talk about in a post, gain yours today, full sponsorship only $4.99 in Great British pounds. So in 2014, to buy their sponsorship deal, it was $4.99. Today in 2018, it's £99. There's also a Logan Garments Africa, LG Brie brand Africa, a brand with a twist, urban wear, casual wear, sportswear, documenting and storytelling, inspiration and motivation. Worldwide shipping, logangarments.co.uk. And I found the same picture of the same guy sort of like balancing a ball on his face in about 4 or 5 different accounts. There's another one on Garments Logan. There's one from a Team Talent B-Boy Marcus, who supposedly has a a sponsorship deal with Logan Garments, but the very first picture that they've put on their Instagram is of Logan Garments, and so is like pretty much all of his pictures are just of Logan Garments. It could just be a model that they've hired, in my opinion, to model these clothes. Also, something interesting that I discovered, that a lot of the hashtags are crossing over with this guy Logan Paul, who was a Vine star. I'm aware of him very peripherally. I really wasn't into Vine, so I don't really know him firsthand. I know that there was a bit of scandal, but yeah, they may have been trying to cash in on Logan Paul because he has his own clothing range, and some of the hashtags for him involve things like Logan Garments. So I did a Whois reverse lookup to try and see if I could find who owns the website. All it could tell me was a third-party data source registered it on the 12th of April 2017. This is free information, by the way. Anyone can look this up on Whois. It's not breaking any data protection. And it was registered through one.com and expires on the 12th of April 2020. It was last updated on the 5th of April 2018. I did two different separate Whois lookup search, different websites, and they both gave me the same information. On their website is designed and marketing by Dusk Agency. I googled Dusk Agency. Dusk Agency does not have their own website. Very strange of a web developer to not have their own website. That is an odd thing, in my opinion. Feel free to look into it yourselves. It says on their privacy policy, governing law, section 18, these terms of service and any separate agreements whereby we provide you services shall be governed by and construed in accordance with the laws of the United Kingdom. So, according to their terms of services, they operate under UK law. But they don't, because they're not a UK company, and they're not based in the UK, and they're not registered with Companies House, which is against UK law. So that's a lie right there on their terms and services. Section 20. Contact information. For more information about our terms of service, if you have questions or if you would like to make a complaint, please contact us by email at logangarments@hotmail.co.uk. This is a professional website with a Hotmail address. This is a huge, huge red flag scam warning, in my opinion. So, I was being followed by different Logan Garments profiles, and then today I got a really, really weird follow message. This was from Misty J. Garcia on Instagram. I'm telling you this because they've deleted the profile now, but I've got all the screenshots of the whole conversation, and you can read them. I will be reading them out, but you can read them for yourselves. First message was today at 7 minutes past 5. Hi, came across you online. I'm just wondering if any of you create are for sale. So, garbled English. I'm not saying that this profile is anything to do with Logan Garments. I'm saying that very clearly right now. I am specifically not saying this profile has anything to do with Logan Garments. I highly suspect it does, in my own personal opinion, but I am certainly not saying in any factual way that it is Logan Garments. Sorry, my cat just knocked something over. Right, they're playing a game called Chase Me, Catch Me, and they're chasing each other. Right, so their message, Misty, with a really disgusting, Misty from Pokemon Avatar, profile, 0 posts, 0 followers, following 30 people. The account set to private. It says, hi, came across you online. I'm just wondering if any of you create are for sale. I respond, what were you looking at specifically? The reason I responded is because I really, really highly suspected that Logan Garments was behind this because of the garbled English. Again, I'm not saying it is Logan Garments. I'm saying, in my own personal opinion, I suspect they're behind this. They said, Halloween ornaments. I responded, I don't have a store or anything, but if you'd like to buy something I already made or want me to make you one, I'm sure we could arrange something. You know, I'm one of these people where I will play along for the sake of getting more information out of them, because I'm smarter than they are, and I knew it was them, in my opinion. So they said, okay, would you be posting from the UK? I responded, I live in the UK, yes. So I couldn't guarantee they'd arrive in time if you don't live within the EU. They respond, okay, that should be okay. How much would Halloween ornaments cost in total with packaging and postage? I responded, that depends. Which ones do you want and where do you live? They responded, Argentina, and sent me a link to the Halloween wreath that I'd made of bloody doll arms. Which, like, in the video is like a total tutorial on just how to make it yourself, by the way. And I knew that it was fishy and there was something really going on, but I played along because I'm like that. Okay, so I responded. I used to have an Argentinian pen pal, which is true. So I know it would probably take about 3 weeks to get to you. That's about UK to Argentina. That's about average. I'm not sure if I have a big enough envelope or not already, but past experience, I think the P&P would be in the region of £8, Great British Sterling. It used to cost me about £4 just for a flat letter, but it's really light, so I don't think it would cost much more. I'd have to charge £7 for the materials, so there's £15 in total. Seem fair. Why was I playing along? I'll discuss that at the end. Anyway, they respond, yes, where are you based in the UK? I said, I'm in England. I might be able to send one tomorrow if I have a big enough envelope, otherwise it would be Monday. Right. Okay, they responded, okay, according to your government records, you claim some benefits from the state. Will we have to declare this to them? I was like, what? I realised that, in my opinion, that Logan Garments is trying to intimidate me, trying to scare me. It's not going to work, but it was really funny that they tried. I responded, no, I do not. Whose government records are you looking at, since you do not know my name? Idiots. They responded, you're the lady that doesn't live too far from Wilcote, right? Like this is sort of some secret information. I talk about Wilcotes in like half my crafting videos, and just to let you know, if you don't live in the UK, there are 372 Wilcotes in the UK, all up and down the country. It's not unusual for someone to live close to a Wilcotes because they're everywhere. I doubt, like, this country is not exactly huge. The very furthest you could live from the sea in this country is 75 miles. That's the furthest you could live from the sea. Because past that, it starts going down again because you start going towards the other side of the country. It's an island. Idiots. Right, so I responded. And at this point, I was very sure, in my opinion, that it's Logan Garments. I responded, everyone in England lives close to a Wilco's. There are hundreds of them. But to reiterate, things such as state benefits are not available on public record, so who do you think I am? And why would you lie about being able to see any information about me, as you don't know anything about me? They said, can we adjust the price? I said, well, the doll parts cost £2, and the backing stuff I already have, but I need to grab more paint, which is £2. We'll use about two glue sticks putting it together, so it cost me £4.70 in materials. They said, can you do it at cost price for me? I responded, no, sorry, I would not be willing to do that. They responded, fat, B-I-T-C-H. I'm spelling it out because I try not to swear in my videos. I do try not to swear. And so far I have managed to achieve it mostly, and the one time I did slip up I covered it with a beep. But yeah, so that's what they responded with, fat, B-I-T-C-H, and then deleted it. But I saw it before they deleted it, so that's not part of the screenshot. I responded, no, sorry, I wouldn't be willing to do that. I saw what you typed before you deleted it. Please don't contact me again. Then their profile has been deleted from Instagram, but I got all the screenshots before they had chance to delete it, basically, because I was screenshotting the conversation as it went on, which you'll probably be able to see from the timestamps, actually, because I was screenshotting it on my phone. So if the timestamp's there, and this is just a loop of the same pictures just going round and round and round, you should be able to see. So why did I play along? Well, I'm a pretty smart person, and I'm definitely smarter than these idiots. And I knew what was happening because I've read so much about this kind of stuff. I'm a voracious reader, and I kind of know a bit of everything. I'm a bit of a human encyclopedia. Friends call me rather than using Google, because they know it'll be faster, because I'll give them the precise information that they're looking for, rather than them having to scroll through Google to find out what they need to know. I am human Wikipedia, so I have a lot of knowledge on a lot of different things. I've seen every episode of Leverage, I've seen every episode of Hustle and The Real Hustle, I've seen all the Ocean's 11 movies. Anything about scams, I've seen it, because I kind of enjoy watching that kind of thing, and I've done a lot of research into different online scams, which I won't be mentioning by name, but like a particular makeup company that only sells through representatives. The representatives have to pay a joining fee of like, I think it's 80 quid, and they have to buy all of their supplies, and like the lipsticks cost £24, and the rubbish, absolute rubbish. They just sucker people in, and other people have written about this company. They are a scam. But today we're talking about Logan Garments, and I just knew it was them. I knew it was them because whoever runs Logan Garments communications, they're either running all these fake profiles themselves and going around and just leaving the same comments on different profiles. They're either speaking English as a second language, or English is their first language, but they don't have a firm grasp of it. Like the word misundering. That I wouldn't expect that as a malapropism from someone who's speaking English as a second language. I'd expect that kind of mistake as someone who spoke English as first language but didn't have a complete grasp of it. The original videos had a few responses. Like some people have messaged me privately about it, and I would not talk about them because they've messaged me privately. And some people have left comments on the YouTube video about them trying to scam them. So, I don't know, I think that, in my opinion, Logan Garments may be getting a bit worried that I didn't cave into their threats that they would try and have my YouTube channel taken down. And that I'm not scared of them, basically. They really messed with the wrong person. I think, in my opinion, I think this is Logan Garments behind this. I think, in my opinion. And I think they were trying to scare me. I think they were trying to scare me, like to imply that they knew something about benefits, and to imply that they knew where I lived. Like, I live in England, guys. You're welcome to come look for me. It's like, you know, it is a country. You could, you'll spend a long time since you have no idea where it is that I live. Actually, I'll narrow it down for you. I live in the north half of the country. There you go. Good luck. You don't scare me. You really don't. You don't know who I am. You don't know where I live. You know my name, that's it. You don't even know my full name. You don't know anything about me, and there's no way on earth that they would know anything about anybody's benefits, because that is not how this government works. If anyone is in receipt of any kind of state benefit, that is completely private information that is protected under the UK Data Protection Act. you would have to know somebody's national insurance number, and you would have to be somebody who worked for HMRC or like the job centre or any sort of governing body to find out that kind of information. And it would be illegal to access it if you had no reason to as well. Like I used to work in a call centre for a mobile phone company. It's closed now, the call centre. And we were told very like straight, do not look up your friends, do not look up famous people. We see every single profile logged on your account who you look up, and it's completely illegal. If they've not phoned the call centre, do not look up their account. I mean, I did, but they never found out. Okay, so yeah, I in my opinion, making this very clear, this is my opinion. I'm not stating this as a fact, I'm stating this is my opinion. In my opinion, I think Logan Garments were behind this account. I think they were trying to scare me and trying to find out information about me. I had absolutely no intention of giving out any private information. I was just sort of interested in seeing how far they would go, how far they would take it, because it was very strange. Because like I'd say in the video in which I made the Halloween wreathy thing that that it's like a really cheap thing to make at home. Really cheap if you've got the ingredients, and if you don't, it's a bit harder. But they're not exactly hard to source. So I knew no one would actually be wanting to contact me about buying it. It's a paper plate. It's a paper plate with doll arms stuck to it that have been painted with the cheapest paint you can buy. Like, I don't think you can get cheaper paint than what I bought. So yeah, totally them, in my opinion, behind this. So I think that they're probably watching my social media. I know they've got a couple of dummy accounts following me. I think at least 3 of them are following my Instagram. And I think they've been like watching the comments and stuff on the video, on the first video, because like I've seen a couple of thumbs down on the replies where people have talked about them being a scam. So it's just funny that they've got nothing better to do than harass me, basically. Like, they're meant to be this huge company, and they've got nothing better to do than harass a small YouTuber who has got 9 subscribers. Oh yeah, I'm up 3 subscribers. Oh yeah, you did this, Logan Garments. You made me famous. That video has got more than 30 views. You wouldn't leave it alone. You did this to yourself. Shame on you, my dears. Shame on you. I want to make this really clear. If you are on Instagram, if you are on YouTube, if you are on any kind of social media, don't fall for it. If you're on Instagram and you have less than 1,000 subscribers, why would anybody want to sponsor you? No offence, 1,000 people's not very many. Because, I mean, I've got nearly 40 Instagram followers. Oh yeah. I think they're all either porn or like those ones that want you to buy Instagram followers. Or they're like, at least 3 of them are Logan Garments. So, you know, I don't really have any real Instagram followers, I don't think. Maybe 1 or 2. So, you know, like anyone with 1,000 followers on Instagram, like 40% of them are going to be spam bots, because this is kind of what Instagram's become. Not that it isn't a great achievement to get that many followers, but if you've got less than 30,000, nobody is going to sponsor you. I'm really sorry. It's just not going to happen. Because to sponsor somebody, it means that you have got a large enough audience to get the products seen by other people who have the same interests as you, who may buy the product. If you've got less than 1,000 followers, who are you advertising to? If any company asks you for money, that's not sponsorship. It's not. In my opinion, any company asking you for money in exchange for sponsorship is scamming you. Any company. Any company that offers you a job but asks you to pay them money is scamming you, because that's not how jobs work. You are paid for your time and your services, not the other way around. You don't pay for the privilege of working for someone. So you certainly shouldn't be paying for the privilege of being sponsored by someone. I would say 30,000 is a really good sort of indicator for either YouTube or Instagram. Anything less than that, I'd be very skeptical, and I would run through as many Google searches with a fine-tooth comb as I could to make sure that they were a legitimate company. I'd research them on Trustpilot, on other review sites. I would do the research, ask around, look for YouTube videos, and make sure this is a genuine company, and never ever give your money to a company who you've never heard of, who's asking to sponsor you, but they want you to give them money. I've got friends who have a sort of sponsor thing on their Instagram, where they get like a little discount code, and they post pictures of their animals wearing things they've bought from this particular website, but they get a little deal from it. It's not really sponsorship. It's a little discount code, but their Instagram's quite popular with people, so the company is taking a little bit off their profit in exchange for a bit of advertising. That kind of sponsorship is not really scammy. If someone says, like, we'll give you a sponsor code to promote our products and you will get some cheap. It's not sponsorship, but it's not asking to scam you, because it's not asking for your money in exchange for sponsor. It's giving you a discount. Logan Garments even are doing that. They are asking for your money before you've done anything, before you've even heard of them. And like, I'm getting messages from people all around the world about this. So your location is not a factor in whether or not they're coming for you. It's whether or not you're going to be willing to give them money, which unfortunately people are. So yeah, that's what I've discovered about the company since the last video. They've definitely been around since at least 2014. At one point they were logangarments.com. They've been .co.uk for quite a while. They say that they are UK based, and they say that they operate under UK law, but they do not, and they are not based in the UK. And in my opinion, they're a scam. And I am fully 100% expecting them to keep harassing me because I uploaded this video. All I can say, boys, is I'm not scared of you, and I never will be. So, quit while you're behind. That's my advice.